Hey there, how are you guys? I hope you all are doing well. Before I talk about today's video, let me remind you all that my previous video talked about the critical documents that are required to initiate the applications for scholarship or university. So, in case you have missed that video, I would recommend you to go back and watch that video. And for those who have watched it, I hope you all have worked and are ready with the documents. So yeah, let's begin with today's video. In today's video, I am going to talk about various kind of Commonwealth scholarships that are available for masters. Well, when you say Commonwealth scholarship, it's not only one scholarship, but there are three different kind of scholarships. Number one scholarship is Commonwealth scholarship. Second one is Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, and the third one is Commonwealth Distance Learning Scholarship. Well, these are all Commonwealth scholarships, but there are few differences and a few similarities. I'll talk about the similarities first, and then we will discuss about the differences. Well, to begin with that, first let me tell you that the level of study is 1 year. So if you're planning to go for 2 years masters, like in LSE MPA, that is Masters in Public Administration, is for 2 years, and that course is not covered under this scholarship. So these scholarships only sponsor 1 year masters. In case you are planning to go for 2 year masters, then I'm really sorry to inform you all that your course will not be covered under this scholarship. So choose the course accordingly. It only covers 1 year masters. Okay, now number one similarity is all the scholarships are fully funded. I know you are aware of that, which means that it will cover your tuition fees, it will cover your economy to and fro flight tickets, and it will give you living allowances, and yeah, so that's all. The second similarity is all these scholarships cover courses that falls under 6 different themes. Number one, science and technology for development, strengthening health system and capacity, promoting global prosperity, strengthening global peace, security and governance, strengthening resilience and response to crisis, and finally access, inclusion and opportunities. Yeah, so I got my scholarship under the theme strengthening health system and capacity because I was selected for my masters in global health policy. So I will recommend you to see in which category of these themes your course fall, and then you will apply accordingly and write your essays and SOPs accordingly. So this is the second similarity, the theme based similarity. And finally the third, which might be a shock for you guys, it's the declaration of returning back to your home nation. So in case you are planning to go and after post study you want to settle in UK, because I know you like and you love the culture of UK, let me tell you that you'll have to sign a declaration confirming that you'll return back to your home country once you are done with your education. So this scholarship basically is given to the candidates or students who have the desire to change or to contribute to the development of their nation. So yes, this is what the Commonwealth Commission looks into you, the passion, the desire, the motivation to bring some change, to do something for your country. So if you're planning to go to UK to settle there, then this scholarship is not meant for you. Although you will be required to come back to your home country, I know once you are there in UK, you love the place, you love the culture, but this scholarship is really the best opportunity for anyone who would otherwise won't be able to go and study in these expensive universities and live in UK, the most expensive country. So yeah, there are three similarities. The number one similarity is the fully funded thing. The second one is the 6 themes under which your course should fall, and finally the declaration to return back to your country at least for 2 years once your course is complete. So now, talking about the differences, the only difference that these scholarships have is the process of selecting the candidate. Well, the nominating agency is different. That's the only difference. When I tell about nominating agency, so in case of Commonwealth scholarship, the nominating agency, that is the agency that select the candidate, is the government of the particular country. So in case of India, it's Ministry of Human Development, and in case of second scholarship and the third scholarship, that is Commonwealth Scholarship and Commonwealth Distance Learning Scholarship, the nominating agencies are UK universities. So in this case, UK university will select the candidate and will recommend the candidature to the Commonwealth Commission, while in the Commonwealth scholarship, the Ministry of Human Resource Development or any particular department in particular nation will select the candidate. They'll conduct the interview and then finally you will be selected. So yeah, that's the process. And the other difference is, while in case of Commonwealth scholarship and Commonwealth shared scholarship, you'll get a chance to go to the UK, live there and study, while in the Commonwealth distance scholarship, it will give you the fund, it will sponsor your tuition fee, but you will be studying in your home country. This is also a really good opportunity to study in UK university but staying in your home country. This is good for those who because of some reason won't be able to go to go for 1 year to UK. Like if somebody has some responsibilities towards their family, or someone is into a very good job and they don't want to quit. So in that case also, this is a really good opportunity. Well, overall, these scholarships gives you enormous opportunities to develop yourself, to develop your skills, to be trained by world prestigious universities, and you'll get a chance to network with more than 26,000 of alumni that Commonwealth have, and you'll meet people from across the globe. That is going to be a life-changing experience for those who will be selected. So I hope this video will be useful and it might give you some idea about the 3 different kind of scholarships, and accordingly you can select which one suits you. So thank you all, and I'll be back with the other video wherein I'll be talking more about the essays and SOPs. So good luck. Until then, take care. See you.